local derby. Wigan won this fixture last year, and Saints, the champions, will want revenge. Just quickly run through the teams for you. For the Wigan Warriors, at full-back Wes Davis, three-quarters of Dallas, Hodgson, Aspinwall and Carney, Chester and Jones are the half-backs, Stevenson, Smith and Bibby the front three, Wild and Horton in second row, and Dennis Betts, the captain, is at loose forward. On the bench, Irwin, Mayer, McLaughlin, Dean, Jones, Budworth and Andrews. And for the Saints, Tony Stewart at full-back, Sullivan, Newlove, Hoppy and Hall are the three-quarters, with Sculthorpe and Wellens at the half-back positions. McDonald, Hyam and Nicol at the front three, Stankovic and Bennett second row, with Tim Yonkers at loose forward. On the bench this afternoon, Laughlin, Giles, McCulley, Brandish, Henari, West and Edmondson. You're listening with Micron Video, bringing you all the action. I'm Matt Field and I'm here, as ever, with Ron Hooft. Looking forward to this game, Ron?
Well, you always look forward to the old pie eaters and Saints derbies, don't you? Season's greetings to one and all. I don't know about the festivities being over, Matt. I think there's plenty stopping time and things to do, obviously. But it's going to be a great game. Even though there's youngsters, the Saints crowd cheering the Saints as they came out towards the left-hand side. We are the champions, just letting the pie eaters know that we are the champions. Thanks for joining Micron again for another season of Super League action. As we say, Matt, you've seen the rest, now watch the best. You're with Micron. It should be a good game. It's a bitterly cold day. We are up high here, but it's been frosty overnight and it's getting quite nippy. But we look forward to some good action. Ian Smith is the referee. It looks as though Wigan are going to kick off. So Saints will have the first touch. And obviously since Super League started in '96, this used to be one of the traditional fixtures between the Saints and Wigan, but with the introduction of the summer rugby, that's all gone to pot. It's more or less become a friendly, and that's, if you can ever have such a thing as a friendly, Matt, between Saints and Wigan, the old enemy. But away we go. Saints with the first touch. Many changes. Players being rested. Sonny Nicol with the possession. Iro not playing, obviously captain Chris Joint, the influential half-back pairing of Long and Martin. But you've got to get on with it. We have another game, the Saints have another game on New Year's Day against the Warrington Wolves, and then the build-up towards the World Club Challenge against the Brisbane Broncos at the Reebok. The Saints move it again, moving it out quickly. Acres of space, Newlove, and the referee's brought it back for a forward. And I can tell you, he took his time there thinking about that. And I don't know about you, Matt, but you never said he was forward, did you? So there you go.
I waved my hand at it. I was showing it was forward. It's a mile forward, that one. Straight down the line, but it went forward, right past it. I say Wigan then, with their first attack. Fielding a very much younger side, giving some of these youngsters that have got such a good reputation at Wigan a start. Youngsters such as Aspinwall in the centre, highly regarded in this Wigan setup, trying to blood him into the Super League, I'm sure, this season. Smith, he's already established in the Wigan outfit at hooker. And players like that man Bibby as well. So spreading it wide. Out to Chester, playing at standoff. Chester's trying to break through a gap. Looked to try and offload it on his right shoulder. The support wasn't there though. Stevenson with his first drive. Coming from the Wakefield side. Surely will be an influential player this season. Little dummy, but the wrong option that time on the fifth tackle. Definitely the wrong option by Phil Jones. And it'll be Saints taking the ball up.
Yeah, that was a big hit that on the sixth tackle there as Wigan tried to force it. And now Saints win the penalty. Kieran Cunningham obviously not playing as well, and Mick Hyam in the starting line, and still maybe the on-off saga as whether he is officially a Saints player, as Hyam there taps it on to Sonny Nicol. Good tackling. The Saints spectators just to our left, getting behind the charges as Saints move it quickly, but good Wigan cover defence there. Force the Saints back. They move up quickly as Saints spread it. Sculthorpe in the standoff berth today. Wellens in at the scrum half. He is a scrum half, or he came as a scrum half, Wellens, but made his name at the full-back role. He's such a versatile player, and nobody's going to shift him from that full-back role, are they? Sculthorpe puts boot to ball. Wes Davis covers it well. No problem for the big fella.
Ryan Davis relishing his start at full-back. Just signed a new 3-year deal with the Warriors. He'll be looking to establish himself in this starting outfit. And this is Carney. A lot rests on Carney's shoulders this season, taking over possibly that number 5 jersey from Jason Robinson. I'm sure that he'll establish himself well. Different type of winger, but plenty of pace. Back on the inside is Horton. It's good to see Horton back to full fitness and starting again. Sorely missed in the Wigan side last season. And this is Smith. Spreads the ball wide. Aspinwall trying to cut back on the inside. Back out this time to Jones. Jones will kick the ball high. Testing Stewart at full-back. And the winger Hall. He nearly lost sight of that one in the air, but a good chase that time by Dennis Betts. And Saints off again.
Yes, Wigan putting plenty of pressure on the Saints line, but the Saints defence held firm. We've had 4 minutes of the game gone. There's no score at present. Higham attacked in half, moves it inside. Strong running, looks like Bennett. A youngster making his way in the ranks in the first team. Sculthorpe now takes it up. Last tackle of the sequence. Body's a little entangled as Wellens puts boot to ball. Dallas runs back, shouldn't have any problem. Speed merchant Dallas. Let's see what he can do.
Dallas could have had such a fantastic season last season had he not have had his jaw broken against Bradford. He was on top of the try-scoring sheet for the Wigan side, but I'm sure he's got plenty more to show this season. Bradley sees more of the ball on that right wing. Here comes Bibby. Smith onto Stevenson. Stevenson feeds onto Horton. Horton, all the pace in the world, trying to break through. Stewart's trying to catch hold of him. Will he make it all the way? He does. Simon Horton is only the second touch of the ball. Fantastic pass from Stevenson. Stevenson drew the St Helens defence. Got the ball out. It was unexpected pass to Horton, and Horton with all the pace in the world to burn up that left-hand side. Shrugged off the challenger Stewart. And the weight of both of them took him over the line, the momentum took him over, and what a great try for Wigan. Early on in the game, Horton back to form. Jones, he's an established goal kicker. He was brought into the side last season, season before, sorry, when we had injuries, but I think I've spoken too soon on that one. He's just put it to the right of the goals, didn't really have the legs on it either. He's come from York. And he's trying to get into the Wigan first side. He's had a great season with the Alliance in the last season. So Saints to kick off again. A tricky one by Wellens, looking to try and fox Horton, but Horton's done well and he's shrugged off the first challenge. Looking very strong, looking really up for it is Simon Horton. And this is Stevenson who created the try. It's a lot of good promising forwards for Wigan already. Jones onto Bibby. Bibby trying to bulldozer his way through. They're going to spread it wide to the right now. Jones linking with Chester. Chester out wide to Betts. Betts is trying to go himself. This is what Wigan do so well, putting a big man out in the centre positions. But there is Stephen Wild. Chester this time with a high bomb, testing Hall. Hall looking and following it all the way and catches it well. Must be a swirling wind up in the air because it just went behind him, but he kept his eyes on it all the way.
Yeah, he did well there. And now Sullivan coming for a bit of the action. Wigan defence holding the Saints 4-0 at present. Nickel, but good defence by the Warriors. 2-3, sometimes 4 men in at the action. Saints looking to spread it. Sculthorpe, centre field, looking to move it over to the left. Rubber kick through. Wigan have the possession. Dallas quick out of the block. Saints come in to take him.
Dallas watched the ball well that time. Davis chiming into the line, trying to make some inroads into the Saints defence. Chester seen a lot of the ball early. Onto Jones. Jones out wide to Aspinwall, but a big hit on him by Hoppy. And Aspinwall, has he got the legs to take him? It's come off a Saints player, so it's be a Wigan head and feed. Referee with the right decision there, but a great breakthrough. I think the Saints, Hoppy, the Saints went for the big hit, and Aspinwall managed to spin, kept his balance, and just as he tried to offload to Carney, the speed man on the wing, there's the Saints' hand in there, knocking the ball into touch. Carney debating with the touch judge that he was being held onto. Jones running across the face, trying to go himself. Jones! Tackle well though. Wigan now, a metre from the line. Quick play the ball, Betts going himself, Dennis Betts goes low, but held up by 3 or 4 Saints defenders. Does well to stay on his feet, wants a quick play of the ball. Saints won't let him though. Jones spreads it wide to Chester. Chester back to Horton. Davis now. But good defence that time by Saints. Wigan run out of options. Long ball out to Jones again. Chester let's go behind him, and he's come off Aspinwall's feet. So just running out of ideas, like I said, and Saints back in possession with Hall.
Yes, I think 2 dummy runners there, Matt, and it just caught his foot. It wasn't meant for him. And Saints swooped on it quickly. But it's been Wigan with all the action. 11 minutes gone. They lead by 4 points to 0 in this Boxing Day challenge here at the JJB in bitter conditions. Hall, good ball off Hoppy. Hall taken down. Quick hands was the order of the day to beat the on-rushing defence. Sculthorpe, reverse angle kick. Davies comes for it. Hoppy quick in on the tackle there. But Saints not seemingly just as yet doing a lot with the possession.
Well, Davies seemed taking all the time in the world to pick that one up. Just keeping the Wigan fans on their toes, I think. Got to do something to keep warm. Wigan spreading it on that near side. Chester again. Playing it his more preferred role at standoff. It's a decision I couldn't understand whilst they played Farrell last season at standoff and Chester in the second row. They could have swapped it round, I'm sure. And Saints will be coming back up again. It's end-to-end stuff, this.
Yeah. It's not exactly riveting just at present, but I'm sure once we get livened up a little bit more. Hoppy taking the tackle. It's still early days yet. Obviously, both sides getting back into match fitness. Good tackle on Stewart, and Wigan drive the ball into the 20.
Well, a hospital pass that time for the Saints. Picked out by the Wigan defence, and Betts with a handoff. Betts could go himself here. Just tackle well. Stankovic managed to keep hold of him. And Smithy goes himself, does he? Just held up before the line. Good defence. Betts with a flat pass out to Dallas. Dallas will do well to stay in bounds here. Spreading it wide now. Long ball out. It's just behind Jones a bit. Jones dummy in one way, then the next, and running into 2 or 3 Saints defenders, but nearly coming off best. He's taken a knock in that one as Jones. And Davis then changing the angle of attack, looking for the hole himself. Another good tackle. This is the 5th now. Smith dabs to himself. Bibby tried to go. O'Neill managed to ground it before it went out. So it'll be a drop out between the posts, referee Ian Smith says. I'm not sure about the offside on that one there. Looked like Bibby was right in front of the kicker before he took it. But the referee's come up with that decision. Must have come off Sonny Nicol before it went in, dead in goal. And Carney now will take a run up. Time to stretch his legs. He's fooling everyone, including his own team, as to where he's going. Bibby showing a few good moves. Bibby, the youngster. It's been all Wigan so far. Dennis Betts controlling things from loose forward. The ball out wide. Jones seems to be back to fitness again. Chester looking to go himself. Just caught by the ankle that time. Keeping it alive. Aspinwall will try and straighten the attack up. Onto Bibby, then on to Smith. Smith looks to try and a more direct route. Quick play of the ball. This is the 5th now, is it? Looking for the support, but he's given it straight to a St Helens player. And the attack ending there, Saints ball.
Yes, the unusual lack of support as far as Wigan were concerned there. Stewart came up with it. Yeah, Wayne MacDonald, one of Saints' new signings. Brian Henare on. The ball squirts out, it comes back. Henare with his first touch. Signed for the beginning of last season, but only limited games. Nicol. Strong run. Most of the game being played in the Wigan half. Very limited chances in the Wigan half for the Saints. Sculthorpe slipped it to Stewart. The pass over the misses one player out. And Saints came up with it. Once again breaking Wellens. Good ball to the left. Newlove. Alder. Saints are into the corner. Sullivan into the corner. Quick break by the Saints, as I said. Very rare excursions inside the Wigan territory. But Sullivan with the try, a good quick break. It came from a miss pass just inside their own territory. The ball was scooped up, the Saints came in, took it well, then it was moved out to the left, and Newlove, that missed the back end of last season, missed the grand final with an injury. With 3 days camel ride away from the action there, you know, and it looks good, is it? No, it's waved away. It looked good from here. When you get to my age, Matt, your eyesight will be going as well. Red and white, my eyes, there's no danger about that. But I've just, it's 4 points apiece. Yeah, it is Paul Wellens. 4 points apiece, game on. Limited Saints excursions, but they came up with the points there. Nearly halfway through this traditional Boxing Day friendly game, friendly in inverted commas. The Warriors restart, and Nicol will take the first drive in. We look forward obviously to the start of the season. We get the Challenge Cup first in February. And just a few friendly games. The Saints ready to the left again. The big man doing the business. Newlove brought down on the halfway line. Saints want to quick play the ball. Try to capitalise on Wigan getting their act together. Stankovic. Good tackling. Smothered him, man and ball. Saints move it to the right. Sculthorpe, centre field. Once again, he gets it out to the back door. Nicol, oh dear me. Went to Hyam, I think it was. Couldn't take it. Wasn't expecting it, just knocked it down. I think it was young Mick Hyam. And unfortunately, Saints put it to earth. Head and feed to the Warriors. 10 metres short of the halfway line.
Wigan getting a bit more possession now. Hodgson in with that tackle. An unenviable task of having to mark Paul Newlove. Such form that Newlove's in at the moment. And Wigan playing without most of the recognised first team players. All the Australians are coming over, the likes of Ferner, Johns, Lamb, all been given the day off, so to speak. And players like Farrell, Radlinski all opting not to play. Dallas will look to go himself on that right wing. 5th tackle now. Jones with the high bomb up again, testing Hall, testing Stewart, but Stewart comes away with a fantastic take there as Davis runs straight into the post, so not sure what he was following, but a great take there by the St Helens fullback.
Yes, he did well under severe pressure, and that post, it's still wavering from the Wigan man going into it. Would have been a great try if he'd come up with it. But Saints have the possession, withstand the pressure again. Strong running, Yonkers there. Well, I thought he was just going to step into the acting half-back. He is now, as Wigan finally complete the tackle. Sculthorpe. Good running, but good tackling. Extra 15, 16 stone in there from Horton. Wellens. Puts it downfield. Will it hold up? Will Davies have to play it? No, it just runs dead. 20-metre tap restart for the Warriors. 4 points apiece. 21 minutes gone.
That's right, 4 points each. It's everything we thought it would be this game. As close as they come so far. Bibby taking the next drive up. Interesting that the point that Ron touched on before, the propping situation for Wigan this season. They've got Stevenson in as the ball goes flying out the back. The referee see what decision he gives. Perhaps an accidental knock on by the Saints player. Wigan releasing Mestrov and Malin over the break. Cowie, like Ron said, is just coming having an operation on in the off season. That leaves him with one recognised prop in O'Connor. Stevenson's come in. Rumours were that they'd bought Mark Hilton from Warrington, but then found out that there was no way he'd be able to play with a shoulder injury, and so they're back down to 2 recognised props again. It's a problem that the coaching staff and the backroom staff are going to have to come up with an answer for. Talks were of beefing Chris Chester or Dennis Betts up to put him in a propping role, but I don't think that's going to happen. Wigan now spreading the ball out wide. Chester bringing Horton back on the inside. A gap open for Horton, but Henari with a good tackle on him. Smith picks up for the dummy off. Great step by Smith. And another tackle that time by Henari, saving the day again for St Helens twice in a row. But a great step by Mark Smith. Chester then looks for the kick across the face up to Sullivan's wing. The ball's in. Hodgson's got the try. Hodgson caught it, but the referee signalled a knock on. Sullivan stays down. Newlove did all he could running across the face of the Wigan attackers. Got in the way, gave Sullivan that extra few seconds. Hodgson came up with a knock on though, and Saints will have to bring it back from their own 10-metre area.
Yeah, close call that, Mark. Matt, just can't get the staff, can you? But close call there, Matt. Referee was right on the job. I mean, we couldn't pick it out from here, could we? It looked a good try from here, from obviously our elevated angle. Pardon the expression. Can't beat an elevated angle, can you? But there we go. It was ruled out. Saints with a tap restart from the 20, and Sculthorpe drives it forward. 8 metres short of the halfway line, 4 points apiece, 24 minutes gone. You in Micron here at JJB on a bitterly cold Boxing Day, and Sonny Nicol feels the full weight, the full force of that tackle. Once again the ball's chipped through. It finds touch this time. No, it's a 40-20 that. Oh no, I'm in the wrong half, aren't I? Hey, you just can't get the stuff. It was the 40, but it was the wrong 40. I was just testing you, Matt. Head and feet to the Warriors. Too much pop.
The Wigan head and feet. Dallas taking the first receiver. Maybe when I can build mic on for the two commentators, they get double the feet. Mark and Matt, both of us doing it. Straight across the face then. Hodgson trying to break his way through the line. Playing in the centre is usually a winger. Stankovic line all over. Something I'm used to seeing against Saints. They've been doing that all day. Dennis Betts taking the first drive up. With a set of 6 for Saints to contend with. That's Gareth Dean taking the drive. Jones with a flat pass. Hodgson trying to break his way through the tackle. Wigan will bring it left again. Dallas at dummy half. Chester spreads it wide. Little step. And Martin McLaughlin. Not sure how to pronounce it there. Chester with a flat pass again. Spreads it wide. Smith out to Jones. Jones looks like it could go over here, but Hoppy's got there in time. Looked like Hoppy may have got a touch there, but referee said no. I think he just missed it by a fingernail.
Yeah, it looked like an air swing. I don't think he got anything to it. He did. He was attempting, but the referee right on the job there again. One of the Mr. Smith, Ian Smith, new up-and-coming Super League referees. He did. He has refereed the Saints last season at Huddersfield, I think it was. I can't remember him doing us any other games. But Saints have the possession. It's still 4 points apiece. Loaded on the right-hand side as Sculthorpe goes through, looking to flick it out of the back door. Blind side again, just losing his footing. 30 metres from the Wigan try line. The ball into touch via Sculthorpe. Head and feed to the Warriors on the Wigan 20. Numerous interchanges that obviously we're not going to keep up with, Matt, are we? And it doesn't really matter with it being a friendly, but plenty of chance to blood the youngsters. And as you were saying before about the prop situation, this is where Frank Endicott and the coaching staff have got to blood the youngsters and see what they're worth, isn't it?
That's right. They look like they've got a class outfit with Ricky Bibby. He's coming in looking like he's been there for years. As is this fella, Aspinwall in the centres. So the future looks good for Wigan, as does it with Saints. The likes of Wellens. Jones then will take the kick. Turning hole round. Will it stay in or is it going to go out? It's going to go out dead. Too much beef on that one from Jones. And the play will come back. Saints head and feed. Obviously the bad weather we've had recently has not done too many favours for the pitch. Looking like they've had to put quite a fair bit of sand on it to, as it was looking last season, fantastic pitch. But it could make a bearing with the players' legs after a while, be running on sand.
Well, we've had tremendous amount of wet weather, haven't we, Matt? And obviously not too bad round here compared to other parts of the country, I'm very pleased to say. But Mark Edmondson just come on now for Stankovic as Nick will take the ball up to the halfway line. Edmondson, another player that's been out last season with injury. He was just making his way into the game. Good run in by the Saints, taking it on the short side. Hyam, Mickey Hyam, out to Sculthorpe, along the line now, Wellens. Last one of the sequence. Saints look as though they're going to run it. They've got to get shut of the ball if they can. Sculthorpe has it. It's on the 6th tackle. It's back to Hoppy. Hoppy offering the ball. He's taken there, and that's the first turnover. Whether the Saints didn't know, they was carrying on playing it on the power play. It didn't come off, and now the Warriors have the possession.
That's right. I'm sure Hoppy probably knew about it, looking at the referee, but by the time he received the ball off Sculthorpe, there's not a lot he could do with it. And Wigan, Dallas in, looking for more of the possession, trying to break his way through the line. Good hit on him that time by Henari and by McDonald. Jones out to Aspinwall, running into each other. Jones trying to come up with some new ideas in the centre of the pitch. He's receiving again, he'll go for that corner once more. This time it stays within the field of play. Still a bit too much on it. Another wasted kick that time, and
Saints play it quickly. Henari puts it back there to Mickey Hyam. He moves it over to the left.
St Helens substitution replacing number 19, Tony Stewart, is number 2, Chris Giles.
The Warriors penalised, holding down at the tackle. I think that's only been one each, Matt, hasn't it? There's not been many infringements for anything like that. Both of these sides like a good, clean game. Quick play the ball, and we look forward to many more. Saints put it back. The ball's still loose. Wellens comes up with it. I think it's Wellens. The last time Saints let a loose pass, they came up with a try. They're striking again within 20 metres of the Wigan try line. 4 points apiece. Wellens comes up again, a speculator there to Bennett. Driving the legs, Bennett. Young Mickey Bennett, 5 metres short. Saints loaded to the right. Hyam goes on his own now, it's with Bennett. Can he twist and spin and turn towards the line? He's brought down 2 metres short. Once again, Wigan quick out of the block. Sculthorpe dabs it across field, straight into the hands of a Wigan player.
And Hodgson looks like he could have the legs. He's been chased all the way. He's got support with Dallas. He's trying to steam up on the left. Can Hodgson make it? All the way he can. What a try! Nearly the full length of the field for Hodgson. He said he had the pace. Dallas was trying to come in with support. He didn't need to use it. And it's going to take him a while to recover from that one. Took the ball, a poor kick I thought by Sculthorpe. Straight into the hands of Hodgson. He used his men well to get into the open, saw the gap, and managed to run more or less, like I said, a full length of the field to get the ball down. The chasers, 4 or 5 of the Saints players, looked like they had the legs on him, looked like they were going to come back and get him, but he carried on. He just looked for that little bit extra which he had in reserve. And straight over the line. What a try that time. Hodgson, the youngster, making it 8-4 to Wigan, giving Wigan the advantage with 5 minutes before half-time. The kick looks good this time by Jones, straight between the posts. 10 points to 4 then for Wigan. And what a try that was for youngster David Hodgson. And it came off the back there, I thought, Ron, from quite a relatively poor kick from Sculthorpe right at it.
Yes, it was really. We were just on about that. It was a shallow kick, whereas he was going to try and angle it towards the corner. He just didn't get proper contact on it, and it went straight to Hodgson there. And you can't give this man a chance, can you? He's a flying wingman. Well, from centre wingman and former Halifax player there, and Wigan picked him up the end of last season or the season before, and he certainly did the business, didn't he? A host of Saints players chasing him, but they couldn't catch him.
That's right, and Wigan giving them impetus to go further forward, hopefully. Neil Budworth, another Wigan youngster. Jones out to Chester, the flat pass, they've got men on the overlap. If he can get a ball to Dallas, he'll be in the clear. But he's going to be chased out of touch. Wrong decision that time. He knows it himself. He had Dallas charging up on the right hand side. If he had got the ball to Dallas, it would have been the end of the story. But instead he's been chased out. Didn't have the legs. Do apologise, it wasn't Horton. By the way, good attacking Saints on the rocks on that right hand side. It was 3-on-1 situation. Just the wrong decision. And Saints will have head and feed. And trying to make some ground before half time, trying to get a score back. They're running from dummy half. The Wigan defence holding strong though. Both defences doing well. It's an important aspect of the Super League.
Yes, thanks Matt. 10 points to 4 in favour of the Warriors. Henare driving it up. Good tackling to force him back. Once again, Wellens tries to launch the attack. Last one of the sequence, just inside Wigan territory. 6-foot boot to ball. Is it a touch find? And all Wigan keep it in. Can they strike again from deep? They build up the pace, but just losing his footing. A bit lush down there, unlike the middle of the field, Matt.
That's right, you can see where plenty of the action. Plus this pitch is used for football as well, with Wigan Athletic. You can see where the majority of the football action takes place anyway. And Dallas not had a chance really to see either Dallas or Carney spread the legs. There we go, good kick. Turning the full-back round. Will it stay in goal? And now it's once again too much on it. And only 2.5 minutes left in this first half. Saints will look to get back down the other end of the pitch.
Saints in possession now with just 2 minutes remaining of the game. Sullivan with the ball. The referee's ruled on a forward pass. It was played quickly over to the left, and it was out to Sullivan. And Wigan just bringing on a substitute, number 21. The PA man hasn't said anything about it. We've heard that he's a secret weapon in the Wigan side. He's on for the last couple of minutes of the first half. As Wigan come away with it again, Aspinwall doing well, rounds the man, and watch him go for the corner, Matt. What a try by the youngster. Took it cross field, saw the gap, scooted through it, and what a try.
I mentioned Aspinwall at the start of the game, said that he's a great young prospect for this Wigan side. And it has shown long style run right across the face of the Saints defence, and he just found the gap and broke straight through it. Great try by the youngster that time, come right off his opposite centre, took it right round, sliced through the defence. And there was a formality putting the ball down after that, and I think through the introduction of our number 21, things have turned round. Secret weapon. 14 points to 4 then. Good half-time lead. Jones with the kick. Flags are raised. We already knew because of the cheers of the crowd that the ball had gone between the sticks. 16 points to 4 then. Not so sure whether Saints will have the chance to take the kick off again. The question has just been answered by the hooter. But a good start to this game for Wigan, with an early Horton try breaking down this left-hand side. Saints replied with Sullivan, a great break. Just looking like the St Helens of last season. Interchanging the ball between all the players. And then Wigan bringing on number 21. Hodgson try, length of the field, and then Aspinwall coming off his centre, straight to that right-hand corner, running right across the Saints defence and breaking through the line. So the half-time score then, 16 points to 4 to this Wigan Warriors side.
for this Boxing Day challenge. The Saints are going to restart the game. The Warriors lead 16 points to 4 at the interval. No doubt both coaches will be having words with the side. Saints obviously don't seem to have that explosive talent in the middle without Martin and Long, but we'll just have to see what transpires in this second half.
That's right, Wigan 16 points to 4 up, looking good. Blooding in the youngsters like we've mentioned numerous times. Ricky Bibby.
Substitutions for the Wigan Warriors, number 8, Francis Stevenson, and number 10, Ricky Bibby, replacing number 16, Martin McLaughlin, and number 17, Gareth Dean.
There goes the kick through, this time from Chester. Dallas is chasing this one, it's going to stand up in goal, it's going to be a tough one to chase, and Dallas with a big hit. Great defence that time, in come the Wigan defenders. And all putting the fullback back on his back. Great kicking chase that time. And once again, who was involved? That man number 21. Adapting well to rugby league. Maybe that could solve our propping worries. Here comes number 10, Ricky Bibby, trying to break his way through. Good start to this second half then for Wigan. Stevenson with a big drive in. Crowd really getting behind the new signing Stevenson. Expecting big things from him this season. And then the ball's being put to ground. Enough said about that one.
Yeah, dragged it towards the Saints line, facing his own post, but it was a knock-on, head and feed to the Saints. 16-4 at the interval. Hall coming cross-field, solid defence, good chase by Wigan just on Tony Stewart. 4 men finished him off, there was 6 in attendance. And that's, as Matt said, good kick and chase. Once again, Stankovic now on an angled run, gets out of the tackling. Wigan come back in numbers. Mikhaim backed in half. Stankovic took the interception there. Hodgson again, picked it out well, Matt, didn't he? And he finishes off well.
That's right, the pass once again. There's a St Helens mistake leading to a Wigan try to pass telegraph right across the face. An outstretched down there by Hodgson. Picked it out of the air, and he was clean through to the line. And straight between the posts. Hodgson with his second try, a brace of tries for this game. Great try.
He is, he's looking sharp, isn't he? And obviously he wants to get in the Wigan side regularly. It's going to be a tough ask, I suppose, with Connolly and Renouf in the centres.
And the extras tagged by Jones. 22 points to 4. Wigan looking good for this at the moment. Saints will have to pick up their ideas, try and get back into this game. They need a score very soon.
Wigan Warriors 22, St Helens 4.
Big cheer from the crowd as the score's announced. And Wigan again trying to make inroads into this St Helens defence. In goes Bibby. Dennis Betts taking an angle run this side.
Replacing number 5, Brian Carney, is number 15, Chris Mayer.
Bibby once again big run, good tackle on in that time. And the ball spread out wide. Jones with the dab over, testing Hall once more. And Hall up to that challenge, the kick not that good, a bit too far, too much distance on it.
Yeah, still pressure by Wigan, but he took it well. The Saints pegged it in their own 20-metre area, and that's where Wigan want to keep them, obviously. They've 2 tries in the last 7 minutes of the first half, and a try there by Hodgson, an interception in the opening 2 minutes of the second half. Could have said the first half, for the 7 minutes of the first half. And Saints just obviously try to answer and get back in the game. 22 points to 4 the score. Good ball, well, saying good ball, it looks as though it was a good ball. Was it not knocked down by Wigan? It must have been, as the ball came out. I thought it was on its way, I thought the flight was there, but it had been knocked down. Head and feed to the Saints. Last season in this friendly, it was 30 points to 16 in favour of Wigan. Yes, Stuart Jones on, substituting number 21, your influential replacement. So that means that you're down the pan now, down the tubes, your secret weapons off. But there we go. Saints play it on the short side. Yonkers scoring the final try at Old Trafford to seal the Super League Grand Final last season. Stewart, he made the tackle, Nickel. It's put back. Was it touched by a Wigan player? The ball went back. The referee hasn't signalled any restart of the tackle count, so obviously not. And Saints running it. Good strong running. Bit of marling at the play of the ball. Nothing we can't cope with. Once again, Saints, a rare excursion into the Wigan territory. Last tackle of the sequence, it's on the short side. Saints running it, the ball's dropped. Oh yeah, turnover it'll be on the spot, about 11 metres from the Wigan line. 8 minutes gone, that, Matt. 8 minutes gone of the second half, 22 points to 4. Wigan in possession.
Bibby then has seen a lot of the action at the start of this second half. Davis is taking up at dummy half, will fancy a run himself. Bit of pace on from Davis, trying to break the Saints line down. Nice run for the dummy half position. Budworth going himself. Tackle well. Did a great run there by Budworth. 5th tackle now for Wigan, out in the hands of Jones. Jones with a dab over, testing Hall again. It's gone straight up in the air, but he's taken it well again, and I think I have to come up with a new idea with the kicks. It's obviously not working to that wing.
Yeah, good running by Wigan there, nearly broke the Saints defence. It was only some desperate late tackling, and then, as you say, Matt, the kick to Hall, he took it well. He's took most of them well. Saints get the ball away. Stankovic. 20 metres from the halfway line. Wigan all in front of the referee, he's not bothered. Out to the back door, the ball comes, it touched a Wigan player, it's back with Newlove. The tackle count restarted, Nickel puts it back. The referee says he's knocked it forward. I do have my doubts about Bradish picking it up in an offside position. I thought he'd run from an offside position to pick it up, but I thought the ball had gone back. But not to worry, head and feed to the Pie Eaters.
Unlucky decision there for Nickel. I thought it had gone backwards as well. Betts will pick up from the base of the scrum. Tries to hand off Stankovic, but Stankovic got all of his shorts. Stevenson with a drive up the centre, taking it in front of the posts. Budworth, the dummy half, has asserted himself well in this game. Jones and Chester linking up. There was a gap there, screaming out for Chester, but he passed it back. And Davis takes it the blind side. runs into trouble though. Saints all back on the goal line. Good pressure from Wigan. Jones again. Back on the inside, this time to Bibby. Bibby flicks the ball out the back door. Under pressure, Aspinwall taking it across the face. Will we see a... No, we won't. I won't even bother finishing that sentence. Jones again, flat pass. Big hit there. Ball's come back out again. Well picked up that time by Newell. Tackle by Stevenson. So Wigan's attack coming to nothing. The pressure up there in the St Helens half.
Stewart into a bit of space. There was Bennett. Was it on his right hand? No, Bradish. I think on his right hand side. No, there was Bradish centre field. But Saints do have the possession. Just approaching the halfway line. McCulley was the man, I do beg your pardon, that I got mixed up with there. Penalty against Wigan. Saints fine touch, 15 metres inside Wigan territory. They trail by 22 points to 4. There's approximately 29 minutes of the game remaining. Saints could do with getting some tries posted. On the short side again, Saints are loaded. Good break there! Super work! MacDonald, number 10, in for the try. Well, they are on cue, Matt. MacDonald with the try. The introduction of MacDonald, Furley and Shields. This is what Saints are going to look forward to, and that's a good kick. Super kick there. John Bradish converts it. Saints back with 6. It's now 22 points to 10. And a few more interchanges from the Wigan bench.
Substitutions for the Wigan Warriors. Number 17, Gareth Dean. Number 16, Martin McLaughlin. And number 9, Mark Smith. Replacing number 8, Francis Stevenson.
And since the substitution of the secret weapon 21, Matt, Saints coming up with the points. Nickel, deep in his own half. Still Wigan sticking to the task. Good solid tackling. Finally getting the man to ground. Good strong running. The Saints make yardage. Up to the halfway line. Now the Saints spectators have a little something to shout about. Edmondson, I think, there with the headgear, driving it upfield. Short ball, Bradish into space. He's got Stankovic with him. He gives it to Stankovic. He'll score. 2 tries in the space of 3 minutes. Stankovic finishes it off.
Number 26, John Stankovic.
Since the introduction of Bradish there, creating a little bit of space, centre field, he came over. That bit of pace, he seared through a gap. Stankovic was on his outside. A few of the pie eaters thought it was a forward pass. It was as forward as that one that Newell got pegged for in the first half, and Matt didn't complain about that until the referee had blown up. And the Saints spectators having a little bit of something to shout about now. Here comes the kick from Bradish. Just drags it to the left.
The Wigan Warriors replacing number 15, Chris Mayer. Who's number 5, Ray Carney.
22-14 the score. Have Wigan just gone to sleep a bit, Matt? Or is it Super Saints play?
It'll just be a matter of time now. Number 21's coming back on. But Wigan just falling asleep a little bit, I think. Getting a bit too comfortable with the gap in the score. And you can't let this Saints team, no matter how weakened they are, any space or any room to manoeuvre, because they'll come straight back, and as they've shown, even though some things get missed, they'll come straight back and score the points on you.
Yes, I just think we've been lacking a little bit centre field in opening the Wigan defence, but obviously that's looking a bit sharper now. Whether the Wigan defence, it looks quite good, obviously, but it's been a fairly decent game. But when Wigan scored 2 tries near the end of the first half, that's bound to knock the stuffing out of your side, and then they scored early in the second piece. But Saints hitting back with 2 in the space of 3 minutes, and the striking again, Bradish again, onto Stewart. Stewart bounces off the defence, still going, slips it inside, and Saints keep it alive. Good handling there, Stewart again. Super play by the Saints, crisp into passing, last tackle of the sequence. Saints playing it on the power play. Newland slips it inside, the ball's still loose. Wigan come up with it. I think there was an accidental offside in there, but the Warriors withstand the pressure. It's a turnover, and now the Saints will come in and put pressure on the Warriors, try to pressurise them there in this set of 6.
So Wigan have got to get back into this game now. They really have gone off the boil a bit. Saints fans are right behind their team, and I'm hoping that the Wigan fans will get behind theirs as well. Carney trying to make his way through the middle. Something's got to be done. Wigan need to get in control once more. 22 points to 14. Betts. Long ball out wide. Just one more pass it needs. That's Carney, but he's just been caught around the ankle. Wigan looking for the penalty. Step on the inside, ball's kept alive. Davis, they've got men on the outside. Carney back on the inside. 5th tackle now, they're screaming for it out on his right wing. They wanted it high up in the air. Balls to Chester. The long ball out wide. Hudson, one more pass he needed. He's still going, he's got the ball. It's gone off the Saints player's hand. It's got to be Wigan's head and feet in this one. He definitely made a play for the ball. The referee signalled that, and Wigan have got the head and feed. Managed to keep it alive. The pass wasn't the best, and just one hand in from a Saints player there and made the difference. Chester then running across the face of the Saints defence, trying to get up to play quick play of the ball. They've got numbers on that left-hand side. The one tackle broken, but he was on his way down to the ground, couldn't make the pass out wide. Henari holding on to him. Carney looking for a way through. Directly up the middle. Head down, legs driving. Got the best pass, flipped up in the air. Chester. Long ball out to Betts. Betts back on the inside. Davis coming through. Head-eye shot they're calling for. Referee says it's around the shoulder. And Davis not happy with it. Davis continuing on. Now all the players are in. Wasn't happy with the shot round the neck. The penalty wasn't given, so I'm assuming now it'll go to Wigan. Betts, captain, goes hands on the ball. Everyone calm down, he's saying. Davis being brought back over. It's very unlike the style of play from West Davis, that. And the game continues. Strong drive there. Wigan looking to cross the line. 4 Saints players holding him up over though. Smith the dummy half going himself. Smith is over. Has he got the try? The referee will decide now. He's given the try. Smith's gone over from point blank range. Picks the ball up from the acting dummy half position. Head down and crosses the line. Just had to force the ball down to the ground. And Wigan back into it now. They just needed that scare from St Helens just to remind them there's a game going on and come straight back into it. Stemming from that little penalty incident, a little bit of retaliation there. The tackle around Wes Davis. A few drives towards the line, and Smith his reputation growing. The kick looks good. He's angled it in, using that right-hand post as the target point, knowing that the ball would curl off his foot. 28 points to 14 then to this Wigan side.
Striker 30 by number 7, Phil Jones.
And Saints to restart. Wigan looking to get back up again. More points on the board. Short kick-off, well received there by Aspinwall. He's had a good game. Jones then back up the inside. Gareth Dean in with that drive. Chester back on inside. It's come off the head of young Stuart Jones, and Saints will come up away with it again. Just took his eyes off the ball for a few seconds there, but he's come back with that tackle.
Yeah, he was coming in at great pace there, wasn't he, Matt? And it just bounced off him. It was a hell of a forceful pass, and it could have caused the Saints problems. They still trail 28-14. MacDonald driving it up. Yonkers back on. Mike Loughlin on, obviously in the number 1 jersey. The brother of Paul Loughlin, the famous Saint that played for Saints for about 10, 12, I think it was 12 years he played for Saints. And Mike, prop forward, good goal kicker, useful forward as well, given a chance. The ball still kept alive. Is that Edmondson or is it Henare? It's Edmondson at the acting half-back, looking for a quick play of the ball. Last tackle of the sequence. Bradish kicks it through. Wigan player had him, now Wigan have the possession. The idea a little lax there on the 6th tackle.
Dallas then trying to barge his way through. Hodgson, 2 tries in this game, looking to make a quick play of the ball, manages to do so. Smith, and a break looks like it's on here. Phil Jones trying to make his way through. Davis is off now, and Chris Irwin on in replace. Ball out to Chester. Chester onto Betts. Betts looking for the gap, keeps the ball alive. Good pick up there. Irwin first touch of the ball, but then Chester couldn't get down to it. It's all a bit of a mess there, but a great pick up by Irwin. First touch of the ball. That'll be scrum down, head and feed to the Saints.
Yeah, keeping the ball alive, Wigan, and just they're knocking it forward, causing the Saints a lot of problems. Bradish now to feed the scrum. And since the introduction of Bradish, obviously it's looked a little bit more healthier. Martin and Long that don't have terrorise opposition defences. Not playing today. The ball being knocked down, the referee says, by a Wigan player out of Edmondson's hands. And I'll go with him. He's not a bad chap. Bradish with a kick to touch, 10 metres inside the Wigan territory. Saints trail 28 points to 14, 14 minutes left of the game. The Boxing Day challenge, a friendly game. The Saints keep it alive. Loose play, finally now. Stankovic, I think. No, MacDonald it was. Now it's with Stankovic.
Substitution for St. Helens, replacing number 9, Mick Hyam.
Now Henare back on.
He's number 18, Brian Henare.
Hyam gone off. Saints keep it alive. Inside ploy there. 15 metres from the Pie Eaters line. Saints in possession. Looking to drag it right across. Wigan move up quickly. Edmondson. Out to the back door. Saints keep it alive. Saints going to be in for a try, are they? Whoa, what defence by Wigan. A cluster of defenders. Once again, Saints tried to go from dummy half. Not as successful as Wigan were at the opposite end. Last tackle of the sequence. Wigan out of the blocks quickly. High kick. Is there too much beef on it? It's directly dead. Wigan will restart with a tap from the centre of the 20. Trying all sorts of ploys. The kick there, Matt, too much at the end. Wigan with the restart. 12 minutes left of this game.
I don't think the kicking for either team has been particularly productive today. All the youngsters trying to find their feet. Smith at dummy half, out to Betts. Betts has found Jones. Jones is looking for a gap himself. Tackle well though. Looking for a quick play of the ball. Carney wants it. Carney will take it up himself. Carney strong in the tackle. Not really seen him have a chance to stretch his legs. And Chester is looking for the support. Good pick up that time. Betts now wants to unleash Dallas on that right wing. Dallas with the dab through. I think the kick would have been too strong anyway, but the defence from Saints didn't have to move out the way and just block Dallas from running through.
Yes, Dallas obviously, as Matt just said, tried to dab it through. Stewart just stood his ground, and Saints restart from the 20. 10 minutes remain, 28-14 the score. Wigan penalised. Not been a lot of penalties, to be quite honest, in this game. It's been pretty clean as Stewart saw half a gap, still driving, gets the ball away. The tackle wasn't completed. Inside Wigan territory, a little bit of maul in there, that should be a penalty. Come on, Mr. Smith, get your finger out. Yonkers. 15 metres inside Wigan territory. Saints in possession, keeping it alive. Looking for a late rally, a late flourish. It's moved to the left. Mike Loughlin, lovely ball from Loughlin. MacDonald slips the ball out. It looks like Bradish that had it. MacDonald attacked in half. Oh, McCulley, I think, that had it. Now it's back with McCulley again. Mickey Loughlin along the line. Oh, it can't be taken. Wigan come up with the possession. Now they keep it going. Saints defence comes in. Wigan have the ball though.
Irwin at the acting half position, bringing it to his right hand side. Lavago himself spins in a tackle. Smith now.
Warriors replacing number 12 Simon Houghton. It's number 20 Eric Andrews.
Eric Andrews, another youngster on. Simon Horton's played his part in this game. Good introduction back to first team football. This is a good break, this. Stuart Jones. Smith out to Chester. Chester starting to get things moving up the middle. Dennis Betts. One more pass. It's through Irwin. Wasn't picked up by the Saints defence, and Irwin will go over for a try. Betts had made the break. The Saints defence thought he was tackled. Then out of nowhere, Irwin came through the gap, started the move, and finished it by putting the ball down behind the goal post for another try. Breaking the 30-point barrier now, Wigan. 32-14, and an easy kick this one for Jones. But a great break there by Dennis Betts, the old hand in the game. And there he goes, bangs the ball right up into the crowd. 34 points to 14. The fifth successful conversion then for Jones. And Saints will have to restart. When it looked like Saints were coming back into the game, we're going to have turned it round again. So the restart then. stronger up this time. A big hit that time on him. On Bibby. Felt that one. Stevenson. These two props being spelled together. Making good inroads into the Saints defence. Ball spread out wide. Jones. Long floated pass. They've got a man out wide. Bringing it back on the inside. They still got support. Lots of Wigan supporters. Here it comes. Another try for the Warriors themselves. Fantastic team play there by Wigan. 4 or 5 supporting players tearing the Saints defence to shreds. The try from McLaughlin this time.
Nobody likes, neither of these two clubs like being beaten, but it's early days yet. You beat us last season and you fell into the false sense of security, and we smacked your bottom 4 times. And if I've out to do with it, we'll be doing it again this season coming when it starts properly. But no, obviously on a serious note, both teams depleted, but Wigan showing what they've got with the youngsters, backing up, they're doing the job, and Saints just haven't been able to meet the requirements today. Dallas still going through.
Lovely little spin move there from Dallas. Carney picking it up, running himself. Hasn't really dominated the game, Carney, off the wing. Bibby that time. Smith picking up from dummy half. Out to Jones. Jones sends it wide. Another break on. Wild started that one. Jones in support. Really are starting to gel together now in the last few minutes. Spreading out wide again. Jones. Dennis Betts back on the inside. Changing the angle of attack. He's got it to Carney. Carney will look for support, will he? Or just take it himself. Betts wanted on this near side. A little kick through though, but not a good kick. Picked up by Stewart. And Saints gifted with that one.
Yes, Saints have the ball. They took it well though, but they're still pegged at their own end, and the secret weapons coming back on for Wigan, number 21. As Matt said before, we believe he's a chap that's played nearly every sport. He's been in with boxing champions, done all sorts. He's wrote many books, and he's going to be writing one including rugby league. And he's getting his first touch of professional rugby league today, though it be at an in inverted commas a friendly level, if there is any such thing. But he's on again. He's not been announced. Whether they're going to tell us after who he is, it could be Lobby Ludd or somebody like that. I mean, Saints have the possession. There's 3 minutes left. Wigan have been penalised for a head-high tackle. Didn't look much in it. But further yardage gained by the Saints. 40 points to 14 the score at present, on a bitterly cold day here at the JJB. Last couple of minutes of the first half and the first couple of minutes of the second half, number 21 was on. He's on for the last couple of minutes now of the second half, with Saints pressing, looking to get 20 points on the score sheet. 40 points 14 at present. Bradish. Yes, he's in. Bradish touches down for the try. He has. The referee's pointing to the spot. That's another 4 points for the Saints, with 2 minutes remaining.
Tries to represent helens, number 6, John Bradish.
Bradish looking to convert his try, which he does, and there's not much time left. Seconds to go to the full-time hooter. $40 points to 20 the score. It was 16-4 at half-time. Wigan had the run of the roost, more or less. 80 minutes gone on the watch. 11,197 in attendance today. Perhaps not as many as was forecast. But a great win, Matt, by the Wigan Warriors. And I'll just leave it to you to summarise.
That's right, it was all done in the first half, I thought. The early Horton try, equalled by Sullivan, Hodgson and Aspinwall going over, 16 points to 4 at half-time. In the second half, straight after the half, Hodgson with a little interception try for his second. And then St Helens came back a little bit, McDonald and Stankovic. But that's the kick up the backside, so to speak, the Wigan needed before they came back with Smith, Irwin and Stuart Jones tries, all quality tries from the youngsters. And then in the last seconds, Bradish getting over for St Helens, making the final score 40-20, but overall comprehensive performance by this Wigan outfit, showing that the future looks bright with all these youngsters that got on the side, like Aspinwall, Hodgson, Smith, Bibby, all of them looking good. And so too with the St Helens team, off form a little bit today, with the Saints fans still there cheering the crowd, cheering the players off, as with the Wigan fans coming to watch here on the bitterly cold Boxing Day to see this Wigan side win by 20 points, 40 points to 20. A good performance, setting things up for the new season, showing that if we don't have any injury worries during the next Super League season, that we've got all these youngsters to fit in, and they'll fit in just right. But what a performance by them, 40 points to 20, like I said, the final score on this Boxing Day clash, just carrying a bit of the Christmas cheer over the extra day for Wigan. And it's leave it for me, Matt Fielding, here with Ron Hoof, to wish you all a happy new year. I hope you'll join us soon.
Well, when I was a youngster, my sporting fantasy was to captain Parramatta Eels to a winning grand final. That is no joke. No doubt many out you have got your own dreams or had your own dreams, and it probably involves the greatest game of all. Well, one man recently made all his sporting dreams come true. Angela Powers reports.
He disappeared as quickly as he had arrived.
Keen's a great word, and it's going to pay off for him.
His fleeting appearance made a lasting impression.
He's done a special mission, and he's done a big job for us that day against Saints.
His 15 minutes of rugby league fame are now chronicled in literature. His name, Ian Stafford.
Oh, it was absolutely awesome. I think I was really scared.
So you don't remember his name? Well, that's hardly surprising, since his appearance for Wigan didn't last as long as it takes to drink a mug of tea. But it was all the more memorable when you consider that Ian Stafford had never played a game of rugby league in his life.
When I played there, I got hit by so many guys, I didn't feel a thing. The next morning when I woke up, I felt as if I'd been run over by a juggernaut. It's an amazing thing, and I really want to go out there now.
Ian is a sports writer who, like millions, dreamt of mixing it with the best. So that's exactly what he did. He trained and played for Wigan in their Boxing Day game against Saints.
I felt nervous, I felt fairly scared. Adrenaline is an amazing thing. I was really pumped up. I felt the fittest man on earth, which clearly I'm not, but it's just the adrenaline that gets you going. And all week I'd been told by anybody who cared to tell me that this is a massive game. It's it shapes people's Christmas. So when I played on Boxing Day, Christmas up here is about Christmas trees, Christmas Day, presents, turkey, and the match. It's part of Christmas. And if you lose, forget it. Christmas is off.
That's not all he's done. For his book, In Your Dreams, he played football with Everton, Union with Leicester Tigers, raced cars with Eddie Irvine, he even took to the wrestling ring. But the occasion of playing for the Warriors sticks in his mind particularly.
I appreciate even more how tough it is out there. And my respect for those boys is massive, really.
How did it compare with your other sporting experiences?
Well, I played for Everton, and you know, against 15,000, that was quite unreal. But I didn't really get to do much. As soon as I came on the field, I went up front, that we seemed to defend for the last 15 minutes. I don't know whether there's a link there. But that was good for adrenaline, but it wasn't the same in terms of the fear factor. I played for the Leicester Tigers as well, the rugby union team, and that was quite scary. But again, not quite as scary because I played away in Ulster and it was a small crowd. It wasn't a big stadium. You know, you didn't have the gladiator theme playing. You didn't have the roar of the crowd. You didn't have people saying to me out there in the tunnel. One of the younger lads making his debut turned to me. I won't say who he was, but he turned to me and said, "I'm feeling scared right now." And I said to him in a slightly fatherly way, you know, "Me too."
Ian didn't score a try during his time with Wigan, but he did earn plenty of respect for his attitude.
Well, throughout life I've met some very courageous people, brave people, but this person amongst the bravest.
His attitude was very good, so you couldn't fault him for that, and I suppose his attitude has taken him many places since then.
His enthusiasm as well can take you a long way, but did it take him very far on the day?
No, backwards a lot. He seemed to be in reverse gear a lot, so, but as long as you got the right attitude, you can go forward, but he couldn't.
So he didn't have the right attitude?
He did have the right attitude.
But he just couldn't go forward?
He was just no good.
So he'll never make a Super League regular, but Ian Stafford had the honour of pulling on the cherry and white jersey and playing with true sporting heroes. And that really does happen only in your dreams.
In your dreams, Ian Stafford there, a man with many strings to his bow. Good luck to him, Phil. You know him reasonably well.
Yeah, it's a great book too, the chapter on Wigan. Pretty good reading, especially if you're a rugby league fan, so I'm sure it'll make a good stocking filler. But he spent some time at my house before in preparation for the Wigan game, and I was a bit alarmed when just 2 days before he said in my kitchen, "Okay, so what do I do when they run at me?" I thought, oh dear, we're talking about limited knowledge here. Anyway, I give him the 5-minute version and he seemed to get through the game.
I saw the way he carded that ball up there. Do you think he modelled himself on your game or not?
No, he said he watched a lot of yourself when you played in the second team in Australia.
Oh dear, unbelievable stuff. Let's move.
Oh, he's not going to come in the contention.
There's no room there.
No, I don't think he'll squeeze in this week's side.
You've got Dallas coming back as well.
I understand
exactly what you're saying. All right, well, this weekend...